Welcome to another Video Zone. Here we are in the conference room of our new facility. I hope you guys enjoyed Puppet Master 4. You know, we shot 4 and 5 together, so in about 5-6 months from now, you'll be seeing part 5. Puppet Master actually started the whole Full Moon label back in 1988. The Puppet Master was the first Full Moon picture we shot. And it's amazing to think here we are 5 years later, we've got the Puppet Master series and the Trancer series and the Subspecies series. And then there's the Moonbeam label with Prehysteria and Remote and Dragon World. You know, Prehysteria did incredibly well. It just shows that there are a lot of fans out there for fantasy pictures that are also good for kids and families. You know, we're making Prehysteria 2 and 3. I can't imagine what else we could be doing here between Full Moon and Moonbeam and all the projects. And of course, I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next edition of the Video Zone.
The puppets are back, only this time they're on our side. Their mission? To stop an evil force beyond imagination. Join Full Moon Entertainment on a trip into the fourth dimension with Puppet Master 4. Jeff Burr settled right into the director's chair as he tried to give a new perspective to this fourth installment in the Puppet Master series.
It's David Schmoller, David Allen, David Dakota, and now Jeff Burr. You know things are going to be different right away. The director's not named David. Action! So it is tough to do a sequel, but at the same time, at least this one is, it's more of a continuing adventures of, as opposed to a true sequel.
Maybe that's the formula Toulon wrote about.
Wait a minute, how can Liquid animate these guys?
Maybe they just need a little gas.
To make things a little more interesting, Burr directed both Puppet Masters 4 and 5 at the same time.
Actually, it was probably easier than I thought it would be. Not to say that it was easy, but it was like a mini-series, really. Where there were literally some moments where you would, as a director, you'd be sitting there, you'd end up explaining something to an actor and then realize halfway through your explanation, oops, wrong movie. You know, it's like that's 4, we're doing 5. I'm sorry. So that happened a couple times, but not too many though.
I'm the Undertaker. I'm the caretaker.
However, Gordon Curry, who plays the cyberpunk puppet leader Rick, had a different opinion.
Puppet Master.
To shoot the 2 movies at the same time is also a challenge because this movie, it moves so quickly and so much has happened and something's just happened right before and something's just about, and you don't know what, so, and when you're doing part 4 and then boom, I do a wardrobe change, come back, and they're already lit for part 5 and coming in and yes, it's very difficult.
Okay guys, we're changing shirts, putting the bloody shirt on here.
For Chandra West, who plays Rick's girlfriend Susie, working on Puppet Master 4 and 5 was a welcome change of pace.
We're in lighting mode.
The fact that she's sweet, and I have played before in the last 2 films I did sort of bitchy characters, and so it's a nice change to be on the other end of it. I like the fact that it's kind of a wholesome horror movie, you know? No sex, not a lot of swearing, and it's cute. And yeah, so I think people will like it.
You guys play macho, taking Lauren into your room.
Wait, Susie?
Women.
Things weren't so amusing for Jason Adams, whose character Cameron gets killed by one of the little monsters.
I think they needed to go to another dimension to bring in somebody strong enough to kill Cameron. That's what they had to do.
This is so
because
stimulating.
he's such a strong character.
Somebody pinch me.
Action.
The evil totems are sent forth by their demon lord Sutek, who rules the fourth dimension from a huge set created just for him.
again, that lends another dimension to the movie because you've never seen. It's like a whole new Puppet Master experience here because you've got this nebulous underworld with this evil lord and the totems. To light it, of course, it took a long time, but it was worth it. It's one of those cases where I wish viewers out there could see it on the big screen because it looks great.
The immense set was designed by production designer Milo, and its ruler was created by Wayne Toff of Alchemy FX.
Excellent. It was pretty free reign because it's very vaguely described in the script as being the king of the fourth dimension that controls the secret of the puppets. So that's all we really had to go on. So just came up with anything that looked kind of evil and royal looking. So he's really tall and broad-shouldered and strong. And he's made out of several different materials. The head and hands are foam latex because they have moving parts and it needs to be really pliable.
Although the Sutek character appears to be a costume, it is actually based on a Japanese-style rod puppet that is strapped to the performer, Jake McKinnon.
My feet are inside of its feet. The calves are attached to my calves, the waist, the chest, and the head. So basically, whatever I do, it does also. This is a fiberglass skull cap. It was made off of a mold of my head, so it fits like a glove. And on this aluminum part here, there's a hinge with a rod that goes to the bottom of the monster's head. So when I move, the monster's head moves with me. I'm looking out of the monster's rib cage. There's a skull pendant with holes where the eyes are. I look through the skull's eyes. I can't see very well, but I just have to rehearse every shot.
Sutek, I'm giving some arm movement there.
To help fight the new evil foes, the puppets add reinforcements with the latest puppet, Decapitron.
In the script, it's basically described as Andre Toulon's unfinished masterpiece, and there's a scene, a resurrection scene, right out of Frankenstein. It's really fun. The puppets gather around and rescue the Decapitron and attach wires to a lightning rod and get him juiced up like that. And it's actually really very, very cool scene.
This is Charlie Band's newest idea. This is Decapitron. This is the newest puppet, and this is a great puppet, but it has, the thing about it has 3 different heads. But this head here, this is for morphing. And what that means is they're going to use computer effects to make this head come to life. Is that you can see, it looks like metal, but it squeezes like rubber. And it's a special material that we've put together that comes up. Okay, that's his first head. Now his second head is called the weapons head. And this weapons head is able to fire machine guns from the side to side. Move the side to side, Connie. Or, if that's not enough, it also has electrical bolts that each one of these terminals feed this large electrical ball, which then shoots a bolt of electricity.
Decapitron is just what the puppets need to send the diabolical totems back to where they came from. But actress Stacy Randall had a struggle of her own as Dr. Piper, fighting for her life.
Well, I've been doing a lot of running around, banging into furniture, doors. I've ripped one doorknob off. This little guy is giving me a hard time. Little guy with a lot of little tentacles sticking out. I don't know why he's after me. I didn't do anything to anybody, and he's on my back. He's all over the lab. He's just not leaving me alone. Action! Well, if you let your imagination get carried away with you, it's quite an adventure, because if you do, it really feels like you're somewhere else in another time, because it is realistic looking, and it's very exciting.
The deadly battle continues for the power of the totems, and Full Moon will reveal their secrets with a behind-the-scenes look at Puppet Master 5.
And now, spotlight on Full Moon Entertainment's first theatrical release, Shrunken Heads, with director Rick Elfman.
Charlie had this picture of 3 flying shrunken heads, kind of superheroes. And then he engaged Matthew Bright, who just had kind of a coup with Gun Crazy. And Matthew fleshed it into a story roughly inspired by Dead End with Humphrey Bogart and the East Side Kids, Goodfellas, and Treasure Island, Huck Finn. No, I've never worked with shrunken heads before, but they have a full-time shrunken head department here. Mike Deek, David Allen. So we have puppets, robotics, and then kind of, you know, the full array of the Hollywood wizardry. That's another thing about Full Moon. In some areas, I mean, they haven't given me a fortune to work with, but they have all these great people that work for the company all the time, so I've actually been given quite a lot of resources that I normally wouldn't get on this type of a budget. So we've got you know, kind of a top author, a top cinematographer, a great cast. My brother, along with Richard Band, who's another family member of the bands, will be doing the music. Danny and Richard are working together. Danny's been a big fan of Richard back before Danny was doing movies, by the way. So a lot of great musical backup here. I founded Oingo Boingo eons ago, and I'm a musician myself, and I periodically do a rock video. They're doing an album now, and they tour once or twice a year, and they'll sell some stadiums out. And No One Lives Forever is what we've kind of cut our grand finale to. I was sitting around with these Hollywood types the other night, and they were kind of like giving one-liners about their projects. And they asked me, well, what are you doing? And I said, well, I can't really tell you in one line because I have an original script.
Jack Death has made the future safe for humanity.
Feel tough.
Lady, I am tough.
He's back, hunting through history for a new breed of trancer.
Jack? Jack, you all right? What's going on?
Where is he?
We've lost telemetry. He could be anywhere.
Something tells me I'm not in Kansas. Swell.
He's in a dimension of terror.
A trancer. Whose meat are you? I'm nobody's meat. I'm Jack Death, and you're coming with me.
This man can put an end to our nightmare. We must find him.
I will capture this wolf's head. Trapped by his worst enemies.
There's no way out of this place.
Now, Jack Death will find his destiny.
I'd follow a man like that into the gates of hell.
On a world in need of a hero.
Well, anything to save life. You're knocking at death's door, and I got the goddamn key.
Trancers 4, Jack of Swords. An innocent in a spell of evil.
You can't destroy me, Michelle. Nothing can.
Seduced by a vampire.
We together now until the end of time.
Who will stop at nothing.
You must learn to survive.
To possess
You promised you would teach me everything.
his prey.
Reach out with your senses.
Body and soul.
Take him.
They're vampires, Mel. Vampires, Marin.
Now, to save her sister.
You're so cold. You're dead.
A woman will enter a world beyond her worst nightmares.
Let there be a bloodbath. There is no love between the living and the dead.
Bloodlust, Subspecies 3.
In the ruins of the Soviet Union. Scientists have built the ultimate war machine. A mandroid, piloted by a human soul, capable of destruction beyond imagination.
If you're handing the Mandroid unit over to the United States, I'll make sure they know who really built it.
It had to be Drago. He's the only one who knows about the Supercon program, and now he has it all.
Right now, it is in your best interest to give the formula to me.
Let's go.
Mr. American Scientist, end of the road.
Mandroid, its power is in your hands. A cop from another world.
What's the matter? You never seen a cop before?
And a nurse shrunk by aliens.
Just the thing to drive G.I. Joe insane.
Will you get the hell out of here?
Are teaming up with a big partner.
She's a cop in trouble.
For some deadly fun and games.
Toys that come to life and kill people to help a demon from hell? Jesus Christ!
Not quite, slut.
You can go where those toys go. You're the perfect size to help me kick their butts.
Let's start up the entertainment, boys.
And this time,
This is back for another ass kicking.
Get the hell away from me!
they're picking on someone their own size.
Gosh, guys, this is the best bachelor party a guy could ever ask for. Hey, hey!
Tim Thomerson, Tracy Scoggins, and Melissa Baer.
Pop goes the weasel.
Doll Man versus the demonic toys.
You love it. It's really gonna tear you up.
For more information on how to get Full Moon CDs, comics like Puppet Master and Doll Man, calendars, and becoming a fan club member, call the Full Moon Hotline at 1-800-999-9559 or write to Full Moon Entertainment, P.O. Box 526, 8721 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for the next edition of Full Moon's Video Zone.